already know I got a story to tell.
Hey, what it is, everybody? It is your favorite storyteller, 𝐒𝐤𝐼, and you're now tuned into an all-new episode of A Story to Tell, right here on the CWF Network, where we bring you the big content in the small pieces. I want to welcome you to the show where I just like to tell the crazy stories of my life, the crazy stories of the internet, and, you know, just all the wild shit that goes on around America and the world beyond. So welcome back if you are listening again. Welcome to you for the first time if you're listening to me. I am the 4-letter guy, the 8 letters better. That's 𝐒𝐤𝐼 for those who may not know. But this is a show where I just like to kick it with you, and it's been a minute. I know. Now listen, if you listen to the show, you already know what I'm about to get into. Like, life be lifing. Life be lifing, and you know, I've realized that I just sometimes need to take a break because I don't want to come on the mic sounding all annoyed and stuff like that, because that's exactly what I be. I be hella annoyed at situations that transpire around me. One thing that I've noticed about me in life is that, you know, I just always love to roll solo because you never really, I know how to keep myself out of trouble. I know how to keep myself out of drama. I know how to keep myself out of all of that. I've always been like that. If I feel energy that's weird, I'm just going to be like, meh, I'm going to go over here. I'll be back later. And that's exactly what I've been doing. But I hope y'all have been doing well. Old Man Winter came and just brought his dusty ass on over. And it's been literally 30 degrees out here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I didn't move to the South for this. I didn't move to the South for 30 degrees. Like, so I don't even know what's going on with that. So hopefully wherever you're at, you're not getting snow and all that. Like, shout out to all my people in New York. Like, 'cause listen, I know it's that time. It's that time you got to pull out that little coat. Hopefully you washed it. 'Cause listen, some of y'all be like, just keep wearing y'all coats all winter and never be washing that shit. But that's a story for a different day. But what's going on, everybody? Like I said, welcome back. It's been some time. Let me just catch you up on a few things. Now, listen, y'all, I got sick. So I went to the mountains, and, you know, I don't know who I thought I was standing outside in the mountains in the fall. Well, in the mountains, it'd be winter. You know, barely clothed, acting like I'm fucking a caveman and shit. And so I come back, and then, you know, it starts with the sniffles, and then one nostril gets stuffed up, and then next thing you know. But y'all, I'm sitting here, and then next thing you know, like, I go to make my morning coffee, boom, I cannot taste shit. And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. Like, and so like, I'm like stirring it, and I realized that when I was making the coffee, I didn't really smell it. So I'm like, wait a fucking minute. I know this ain't fucking 𝐒𝐤𝐼𝐿. Like, what the hell is going on? So now, mind you, I go in and take the little test that's in there. The test said I was negative. But the crazy part about the whole thing is that my taste was only gone for like a day and a half. And then it came back. It was the weirdest thing. But let me tell y'all, shout out to all y'all who had COVID, like the real COVID, when it was like dangerous and stuff like that. Because let me not say that. That was irresponsible. COVID is still dangerous to certain people and their health issues. So we're not going to do that. But shout out to everybody who had it when it was at its height, because, you know, I could just imagine what y'all were going through, not having taste for weeks. Like, that shit was fucking with me, because I was like trying to enjoy all of my favorite stuff, which is all like, you know, I like spicy shit, I like coffee, like I like very distinct tasting things. My beer, I remember I drank a beer with no taste. The weirdest thing. Yeah, so I came back, mind you, I still got like a little cold, but my eczema has been acting up because this sharp weather change. When the weather changes like that, it was just like 80 degrees here. I just had on shorts, and then all of a sudden it's 40, 30 degrees and shit. That's just at 26 this morning. Craziness. And listen, I was just telling my friend, y'all wanted to be throwing all them fucking bottles with the letters in it in the ocean and shit. Remember how they used to tell us that in the 90s? Like all the movies about, oh, throw the letter in the ocean and someone's gonna find it. Like, y'all wanted to do that, and now look at global warming. Just doing whatever it wants. And that's just my little scientific point. I didn't really pay attention in science class, so don't take your knowledge from me in that category. But, you know, whatever. So what else? What else can I catch y'all up on? The network. So let's talk about the network. First off, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube, go ahead and do that, because, you know, that's a little community that I've been building for the network. And for those who are just joining me, like, you know, if you're a podcaster and you're listening to this, like, you know, promoting your pod on Spotify, Apple Music, things like that, it's fine, sure. But the thing is, you're not growing a community there. Like, there's no way for your people to communicate with you, to do any of that. So it's like, how are you going to build it if you can't create a community? So I've been posting, even if it's audio only, I've been posting, you know, the clips on YouTube and stuff, and it's been doing real well. We just passed 5,000 views, so that's good. Because mind you, there's been months where I'm just like, okay, I'm going to take this serious. I'm not going to take this serious. So it's been growing. So make sure you go over there and subscribe and do all of that so we can go ahead and get these numbers up. But the YouTube has been doing well. The thing about it is you kind of have to learn what the strategy is. Like, because everything matters, from titles to thumbnails and all of that, and just researching what is like trending so you don't just be posting blindly. So it's just something I've really been working on, the strategy of that, and so it's been taking away a little bit of my creative realm, which brings me into my next topic, y'all. So I was scrolling on YouTube or whatever, and I came across this tarot card reader. Now, you know, mind you, I'm not really into the tarot card thing. I've always, in New York, you know, you always walk past a little lady and be like, do you want me to read your future? And then you'd be like, nah. For $5, I think I got one time for the lady for $5, but it was like a sham. Like, she brought me into this like little curtain room, and like I was just like, nah, I don't believe nothing you're saying. Like, she wasn't really talking. So I seen the thing, you know how it, like, you know, suggests things on YouTube. So I go and I see it, and it's like, oh, Aquarius, this is your, you know, reading for October like 17 through like November 2nd. So I was like, all right, let me click on this lady. She ain't really gonna be, y'all. When I tell you, she sounded like she was reading directly to me. Everything she was saying about how I've been feeling, about things that I've been ready to do, about how I'm trying to take over like creatively and really get back into my creative bag. She was saying all of that. She was talking about like friendships and things that are going on in my friendship circles. And I was just sitting there like, whoa. Sat there for 45 minutes and listened to that. So if you are on YouTube, go ahead and check that out. Like, if you're in a part of, you know, because I feel like everybody's in like a transitional point, and I've said that for a long time. But the thing is, now we're seeing the effects of COVID. Like, someone texted that to me the other day. Like, you're really seeing the effects of COVID. Like, people are really acting crazy. They're just doing real irrational shit. Like, it's like, you know, everything is just like, fuck it, whatever. I don't fucking care. And they just be doing shit to people and not really apologizing and shit for it. And, you know, as I get closer to my birthday, you know, I tell y'all all the time, once I get close to my birthday, I start doing like self-evaluations and stuff. And it happens like probably 3 months up until my birthday. And then, you know, New Year's is also a time where I reflect on like all the stuff. So I've just been going through a lot. You know, Atlanta, I moved to Atlanta for a reason, and I slowly shifted away from that reason. But I feel like recently I've been trying to get back into my bag. I literally have been doing way more creative stuff. I have some things planned for the holidays to do, like some holiday market gift stuff, gift bags and things like that, like to really get back into my hustle, because that's what I'm known for. And the thing is, I've been getting so far away from that, dealing with other people's stuff, other people's emotions and all of that. And as I get closer to 39, I'm like, bruh, I can't stop. You know that phrase, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink? Like, I remember my dad used to say that to me all the time. And like, it's a phrase that, I mean, of course it makes sense, but like, it really be making sense when now that you're older. You just be sitting there like, I be pushing mad people towards things, towards ideas, towards a way of thinking that could really elevate them, because, you know, I'm a person who can see people's gifts. Like, I see like the gift in you, or if you tell me that you're interested in something, I'm gonna just keep pushing you, because I know like everyone around me can be great. Like, I wouldn't be friends with you if you were just sitting there lacking. Like, I know that about me. So it's like, if you're hanging around me and you keep telling me you want to start this business or go to the gym, I'm gonna be like, bro, you went to the gym today? Hey, you bought that domain today? Hey, did you start making your pottery or whatever you want to do? Like, I don't know, what you want to make clay earrings? Yo, TikTok, they be doing some interesting things on TikTok. That girl be baking them earrings in the oven, just be selling them at her market. So that's what I'm saying. I got to get back into my bag, but I hope all y'all have been well out there. I hope your mental health is just, I hope you're handling it. Let me say that. And if not, I hope you're finding ways and methods to keep yourself sane, because these people out here will drive you crazy. And I want y'all to be here so you can listen to this show and listen to, the rest of the shows that will be coming. And so you can be here so we can listen to what I'm listening to. Let's go over to the purple little bag.
Oh my gosh. The music just turns me on.
That might have been a little corny, but I mean, listen. I gotta give y'all entertainment somehow, some way. We gonna make it out the hood someday. Y'all remember that song? I don't know if y'all do. Y'all might be a little too young. Y'all might be a little too young, or you might not be that ratchet enough to know that song. But what's going on? The Purple Little Bag is where I talk about the things that I am listening to on the earphones, on the speakers, on whatever. And like I told you, I've been in a funk recently, so I've just been trying to listen to things that, kind of get my mood calm and things like that, so I could just kind of think and stuff like that. And I already told y'all that I listened to like chill hop and stuff last week. Like, so if you're not really sure what chill hop is, go on. Like, I think Ivy Street Records is one of the good ones that I like. So it's like modern day music, but it has like a jazzy vibe to it. So that's what I listen to. But a friend recommended another one to me. It's called Streetwise on Spotify. And they got all the new little joints. They had a little Toni Braxton playlist of like jazzy versions of her song. And listen, if y'all know me, y'all know TB. That's my girl. So I've been listening to that on things. And it's crazy because I have notes here from when I was supposed to record before I went to the mountains. So I had songs that, I listened to before I get ready for a vacation. And clearly, mind you, the date on here is 9/28. It is October 21st. It's the life of a Potter, man. The life of a Potter. If your mind not right, your business not gonna be right. So take heed, folks. Take heed. Keep your mind right. Keep your mind right. But yeah, today I just wanted to discuss some of the things I've been listening to. And I haven't really added much lately to the Mush King Life of Times playlist. I tell y'all all the time, if you're on Spotify, go ahead and search it. It's a public playlist. Mush King Life and Times. And it's just a list of songs that I've been rocking out to lately and stuff like that. But before y'all go there, don't judge me. Before you click on the link for the playlist and go listen to it. Like, it is 602 songs, 37 hours, and 45 minutes of music. Now, just put it on shuffle, and that will be my life in the past 12 years. I think I've been doing this playlist. So it's crazy. But it's an up and down ride of music and various songs. You can press skip if you want to, because sometimes I'll be skipping it, and sometimes I really do have to go through here and delete some of the songs I really didn't like, but I left on here and forgot to delete. But back to what I was saying. Before you click on the link, I added an R. Kelly song. Listen, but in my defense, it's Happy People. Happy People! Yeah! Yeah. No? Can y'all listen to him? Now listen, even listening to Happy People, I just can't not think about what he did and what transpired and how that career just took a nasty tumble. But then again, it's like Happy People always used to be my vibe when I fucking used to be sitting there. And you be at the little party doing your little two-step with your little hottie at the end of the night. Like, y'all know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like, holding that hand and, acting like you from Chicago, doing a little two-step. Yeah, no. So that is on there. I added a song last night, Kindred Family Soul. I forgot all about that group and their song Stars, but probably one of my favorite R&B songs. I don't even remember when this came out, but at the time when Neo Soul was really popping, I feel like I might have just got out of college or was in college when this came out. But being in the area, I think it was a time when I was going to Philly a lot. So Kindred Family Soul, like that, it was just secondhand nature when you heard that. It was kind of like along the Jill Scotts and the Angie Stones. Like, it was all mixed up in there. The adult contemporary station, growing up, that played all the older songs and the auntie songs back then. Yeah, that song was on there. So BLS for my folks in New York. That's exactly what it was on. But yeah, so that is on there. R. Kelly, don't judge me. I was talking with a friend yesterday, and we was talking about like old songs, like when we were 21 and like what was popping and stuff like that. And so we came across Nelly, right? Now, Nelly's Ride With Me, do y'all remember that? That was probably one of like, that's when he started going like poppy, but like that was such a good club song. I've been clubbing for a long time, y'all. I really have. And like when I think back to like just like teen parties and just like birthday parties, like I was just always in the mix, just always in the middle dancing, as still to this day. If you see me out, I'm probably doing a dance somewhere and it's gonna involve a beer, more than likely. Side note, y'all motherfuckers gonna stop judging me for drinking beer. Like, listen, it is what it is. I'm black. I drink beer. I drink quality craft beer. Not that bullshit Coronas and Heinekens that y'all be drinking. Like, no. Custom craft beers over here. IPAs all day. Like, IPA gang. Shout out to all my people who can, it's an acquired taste and it's not for everybody. So, that's just a little side note for all my beer heads out there. Hit me up. We could go out for beers if you're in Atlanta and you're sane and not Jeffrey Dahmer, but we'll get to that. But yes, what else I got on here? I have a Nicki Minaj, Spice. It's a little reggae song. I just added that. I'll Be Al. You know, I like somebody who could rap. So that's a new song that I heard. It's called Cash Rules. So go ahead and check that out. Backstage Passes with ESTG and Jack Harlow. I like Jack Harlow. And I like Jack Harlow on this type of song with ESTG because ESTG can rap. But it's different than Jack Harlow's like poppy white boy rap. So it's a good little mix. And then, you know, Tomorrow with Glorilla and Cardi. Like Glorilla, you know, I thought she was gonna be a one-hit wonder, but that's 3 now. I don't know. That's 3 songs that I like from her. So I guess we're gonna see what happens with that. But I want to know what you're listening to. Like I said, if you're on Spotify, go ahead. You don't even got to be on Spotify. You could just click the link and you could press it, go right to the web. And it may have commercials if you don't got an account. But listen, I can't help that. I can't help that. Maybe they need to give me a sponsorship. I keep promoting this damn thing. I should look into that. Yes, but go ahead and check out that playlist and let me know what you're thinking. Drop it down in the comments below if you're listening on YouTube. Come on now, like, I already discussed it with y'all. You should be on YouTube listening to this. Shout out to you if you're listening on Apple Podcasts. I get it. I see the stats. Y'all listening there. But slide your ass on over to YouTube and let's get it there. But let's slide on over into Mushy. What are you watching?
Hey, yo, Mushy, what you watching?
Check it out.
All right. So, y'all, first things first. I remember the last episode I had talked to y'all about Law and Order and stuff like that. And for 3 weeks, I was sitting here like, bro, I keep seeing these commercials about brand new episodes of Law and Order, and I keep going to Hulu, and it just not saying new episode. And I just was sitting there like, bro, what? I thought I was tripping, and I thought I saw the wrong start date. They done took the new episodes of Law and Order off of Hulu. And so I was like, well, that makes sense because Peacock is NBC and they've been taking NBC shows off of Hulu. So I was like, all right, well, let me slide on over to Peacock. Yo, you got to have a subscription on Peacock to watch Law and Order. Y'all, I don't want another bill. I don't want another bill. I thought, mind you, I thought I had Peacock for free because how the fuck was I watching Bel-Air? But who knows? Who knows? But I'm going to have to go on my other routes to watch it. You know, I won't say that out loud, but I'll find a way. Wink, wink. But yes, there's a little section where I just let you know what I'm watching and all of that. Dahmer. Let's just go. I didn't finish it. Good series. It was shot well, edited well. But, you know, when you kind of know the story, like stories like that, like I don't gotta finish it because I already know what the ending gonna be. And, you know, like that just flooded my YouTube with a whole bunch of real Dahmer things. Like now that is something I watch, like the real court testify, like the guy testifying on what happened to him, the sister cursing Jeffrey Dahmer out. Like, you know, just to be able to watch the real Jeffrey Dahmer, like in his movements in the court. Like that's the more interesting part than the whole fantasized version of it. But good show, and I can see why everybody was watching it. But yeah, nah. Like I've been in enough dicey situations. Listen, your boy ain't create a show called A Story to Tell if he ain't have no stories. I mean, I've been in some dicey situations where I had to make some shifty moves to get the fuck up out of somewhere. And, you know, watching stuff like that, I just be sitting there like, And that's why I'm hella reserved now about places I go and things that I do and be like, wait, what are we going there to do? And what are we actually going to do there? Like, yeah, no, I don't play them games. If your house smells, there ain't no way I'm coming in there. Quick story time, y'all. One of the first online dating situations that I had. I remember driving to Delaware and getting to an individual's house and it just being filthy. I mean, y'all, it was just so much junk. Like, now that like Hoarders is a show, he would have been top tier first candidate to be on that show. So whatever. So I go over there, sit down on the edge of the couch because I'm like, bro, I ain't trying to bring no friends back with me. I used to say back in the day when I used to go to people's houses and it wasn't that clean. I'm like, bro, I came with a party of one. I would like to leave with a party of one. I don't want to leave with little friends in my bag or nothing like that. So I was sitting on the edge of the thing, but it just smelled so terrible. And then he asked me for if I wanted something to drink. So I was like, sure. But I said sure because I was trying to like make a move out of there. Yo, he went to go pick up the cup from the coffee table and had to like, it was stuck from being sticky. He had to really like use strength to pick up the cup and was like, oh, okay, got it. I looked at that, was like, oh shit. I was like, I left my phone in the car. Mind you, this is back when we had like Nokia phones. Oh, I left my phone in the car. Like, I'll be right back. Man, when I tell you, skirted out, was out of there. So watching shit like Dahmer, I was just like, nah, whatever. So I had a request to review something. Shout out to my mom. So a couple months ago, I remember watching a Dateline about a guy who, you know, met up with his family and then he kidnapped the daughter and then brought her back and then ended up having an affair with the mom and then had an affair with the dad. I remember it being crazy. Friend of the family. So that story, they end up turning into a show. Craziness. When I tell you, I was sitting here like, yo, how do some people just get swindled like this? Like, how do you allow someone to just sweet talk your ass like all willy-nilly like that? Like, you gonna finesse, how you finesse the whole family and like literally got all the kids to be like, oh my God, Uncle Bob, or whatever they was calling him. Like, I was just like, bruh, this is some real nasty work. But the way he got the husband, the way he messed around with the husband, I was sitting there like, bruh, ain't no way. Ain't no way he would have got me with that bullshit. Like, nah. So if you haven't seen Friend of the Family, go ahead and watch that so you can be. It's not vulgar, like, because I know some of y'all be out there don't like the gay scenes, whatever. But it's not really gay. Really. Gay. Y'all be so mad at those gay scenes. It'd be so funny. But that's a different topic for a different day on a different show on a different network. Not on a story told today. So I've been watching that. What else have I watched? Y'all, you know, Halloween season is around the corner. And I forgot that Chucky had a series of, you know, like a little TV show. So I watched that. The first season was pretty good. Like, I'm not even mad at it. It was more like, you know how you just be watching something and it'd be entertaining, but it'd be more so funny at just everything. But as a grown-ass big old adult, just watching Chucky kill all these people, like, that shit was so hilarious to me. So I was just sitting here working and just watching it on my other screen and just being like, bruh, it made it for a season 2. So now I'm watching season 2, so I gotta catch up with that. Lou, I watched Lou. For those who haven't seen that on Netflix, go check that out. That was a pretty good movie with an interesting plot twist. Like, I haven't had a plot twist like that, like cacao, in a minute. So Kanan, they've been turning shit up on Kanan. I know a couple episodes ago I was roasting season 2, being like, what the hell's going on? But lately they've been in their bag. So I can't wait to see that. Mind you, Tommy got renewed for a second season. Who knew? Maybe I'll go finish it and see what that's about. But who knows what the status of the Power Universe is. Like, I watched that 50 Cent interview because, you know, he talks about his separation with Stars. But I feel like he went through this before with Stars when it was, like, renegotiation time, and then he was back on there. So we'll see what happens with all of that, and also with Kanan and, you know, Tariq about to come back. I'm excited for that. And I just saw an article about something about Ghost not really being dead, and they bring him back. I can see it, man. I'm here for it. Listen, if Lucius Lyon could get blown up, go on the run, get dreads, have a whole relationship with a singer who doesn't know who Lucius Lyon is, but he like the #1 rapper. If he could do that, have ALS, sleep with his son's girlfriend and get her pregnant, like, wild. Anyway, that's what I'm watching. Let me know what y'all are watching, and, you know, Let me know if you got a password or two for Peacock so I could go ahead and watch my Law and Order. Ding, ding. Let's close out the show. Boys and girls, it's that time where I'm about to skate up out of here, but it's been fun. I'm so mad that sometimes I allow, the universe to just not let me do what I am just gifted to do, which is, just come on here and talk and just build media. And I come in here and say it all the time. I just really need to find a squad who does what I do so I can really thrive, man. Sometimes I just be feeling like the weirdo creative around all these people who just do real serious jobs. And that's not me. Like, that's not me or anything that I've ever wanted to do. And it's just like, I'm ready to be around some people that want to push me to be like, oh, that's a dope idea, you should do that. Like the same way I just explained to you how I'm a person who pushes people for their goals. Like, I wish some people would do that for me. Like, hey Mush, what happened to this you said, or what happened to this you said? So it's always good when someone does come like and says, hey, like, what happened to the show? I haven't heard it. Like, okay, you know what, let me get my ass up and do that. So that's why I was just like, it's Friday, this is not my normal recording day, but we're going to make it happen. We're going to get shit out because, you really can't depend on no one else but yourself. And then I always say it, like, how are you going to get chose if you're not in the game? Like, how are people going to pick you out if you're not in the game, like playing the game and whatnot? So I've been stepping up my social media, trying to post every day. I'm back to recording. I want to get some shows on the network. I also want to reach out to some former hosts and see if we can, get some content going. Because listen, like I said, they all were a part of this journey. And it's sad sometimes when I think about all the people that have come through this network and did an amazing job. And, they just kind of left abruptly, or left because of life, or left because they hated me, or whatever the reason was. But, this is, like I said, and I heard this the other day when I was listening to a podcast. Like, this podcasting thing is an opportunity to take whatever else you want to do to the next level. This is the place for you to come and share your voice about what you're thinking, what you're talking, and all of that. Like, and I know sometimes some people be out there like, well, I don't know what to talk about. Just talk about yourself. Like, there's someone out there who's going to relate. Like, there's someone out there who's going to relate. But the thing about it is, it's a job and it's something you got to work at. Like, it's like singing. Like, you're going to have to be good at it. Like, you have to develop talent and stuff like that, especially with a solo show like this. Talking for 30 minutes, it's not easy. It's not easy. You got to keep the people entertained and do all of that. So hopefully you guys were entertained on this show, where I just tell crazy stories of my life. Like, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope so. Look out on the CWF network, like I said, and all the great things that we have coming up. The end of the year is coming, and I just want to finish out strong. I think that on SoundCloud, this is the best year we've ever had, which is crazy because I haven't really been going as hard as I used to go. But that just shows natural growth, and it just shows that, like, people are just naturally attracted to said content. So I want to appreciate you guys for tuning in to this show on the CWF Network, where we bring you big content in small pieces. Go ahead and give us a shout on the CWF Network hotline, 347-719-3350. Go ahead and leave me a voicemail, and I'll play it on the show. You never know. And all that good stuff. Follow me on the socials, mushking__. I have really started pushing more towards TikTok and YouTube Shorts, because Instagram, I mean, it's cool for right now, but it's a dying platform. It is, and I'm just gonna say it now with all the ads, the shopping, all that. It takes away from what Instagram was, and they tried to be so many things, and I think that hurt them in the end. So it'll probably always be around, but I don't think it's ever gonna be as strong as it used to be. TikTok, I never was a fan of TikTok, but recently they caught me. Like, I'll be like, let me go on TikTok and see what this is going on. Like, so, yeah. So follow me on CWF Network on TikTok, I believe, and follow King Dare for me and Dare's page. And my t-shirts, the King Dare store, membership required. I've just been doing a whole bunch of graphic tees, like just trying to put out as much as I can on the thing. So there'll be a link in the description. Go ahead and check that out. Support. I'll be having my Patreon coming soon with all my custom stuff that I'm going to be doing and things like that. It's going to be lit, man. My time is now, because the tarot card reader said it, and I just got to believe it, because I have no other choice. Because you want to know why? Be sure to tell your story, because you never know who's listening, because guess what? Everybody got a story to tell. And boy, oh boy, when I get on, the stories I'm going to be telling about the things that are going on now, crazy. I'm out.
This is the CWF network, where we bring you big content in small pieces. Follow us on Instagram at CWFP_. Okay, bye.